As the world leader in streaming entertainment service with over 158 million paid memberships in over 190 countries, Netflix decided for our greatest delight to stream all Studio Ghibli films in 2020. With so much new great movies online, we needed to update our watch list. Therefore, welcome to our top 10 anime movies to watch on Netflix in 2020. Number 10. Berserk. Written and illustrated by the legendary manga artist Kentaro Miura, Berserk is an epic fantasy saga that knows no time, no boundaries, and no has end. It tells the story of Guts, a boy born from the corpse of a woman hung on a battlefield, who struggles to fight his unfortunate destiny. Set in a fictional version of medieval Europe, Guts is a young mercenary who travels with no direction nor purpose, swinging his huge sword in merciless fights in order to survive. Beware, Berserk is not an ordinary film. It is hard, violent, and not easy to follow. The characters in Berserk are genuine, real, endlessly complicated, troubled. They hold secrets, they cheat, murder, conspire, but they are also capable of great kindness. Friendship, ambition, causality, the supernatural, our ambivalent nature, the struggle for power, love and hate. In fact, it excels in both execution and presentation. The climatic drama and the anticipated tragedy yet to come reach the peak at the end of the film. Number 9. Pokémon I Choose You. Have you somehow never seen a single one of the 1050 plus episode of Pokémon? Or any of its 21 movies? Well, I Choose You is made for you. This 2017 film, the 20th in the franchise, is a kind of soft reboot, loosely remaking the first few episodes of the anime series, while adding a new overarching story and adding new characters to replace Ash's friends from the series. As the story goes, this world is inhabited by creatures called Pokémon. For some people, Pokémon are pets. Others use them for fights. There are no animals, only these strange creatures called Pokémon which people treat as their pets, friends, or weapons of war. The movie follows Ash Ketchum, a 10-year-old who moves out from his house to live alone, capture Pokémon, and become a master by catching them all and winning battles against strong trainers. The longtime fans may find this repetitive, the new visuals and condensed story make this a perfect way to introduce newcomers to the highest-grossing media franchise in the world. Number 8. Porco Rosso. Master animator Hayao Miyazaki directs this tale about a former World War I flying ace who is also a pig. Slouching toward middle age, Porco Rosso makes his living by flying about in his bright red biplane and fighting sky bandits who prey on cruise ships sailing the Adriatic. When he's not engaging in dogfights, this porcine pilot lives on a deserted island retreat. Porco Rosso was once a strapping young man, but after his entire squadron was wiped out, he was mysteriously transformed into a pig. Rosso is defeated in a dogfight against a dashing American rival, who has been hired by the dastardly bandits. With his plane damaged, he finds a repair hangar near Milan run by an aging mechanic named Piccolo and his funky granddaughter Fio. Initially skeptical of her mechanical prowess, Rosso is amazed when she and a legion of local women fix his plane. Soon, Porco Rosso is ready to battle his rival. Number 7. End of Evangelion. The wildly popular Neon Genesis Evangelion series wins to a captivating conclusion with this visually stunning anime feature from director Hideaki Anno. When the dawn of the new millennium brings destruction on Earth by means of the seemingly all-powerful angels, the only hope for the future of the human race lies in Evangelion's bioengineered crafts created from the angels' technology. As 3 pilots gear up for the flight that will find them facing the greatest threat to mankind ever wrought upon the planet, a glimmer of hope remains that the humans will be able to defeat the angels and bring peace and prosperity to a planet torn apart by war with the destructive angels. Number 6. Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle is a 2004 Japanese animated fantasy film written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. The film is loosely based on the 1986 novel of the same name by British author Diana Wynne Jones. The story is set in a fictional kingdom where both magic and early 20th century technology are prevalent, against the backdrop of a war with another kingdom. The film tells the story of a young content milliner named Sophie, who is turned into an old woman by a witch who enters her shop and curses her. She encounters a wizard named Howl and gets caught up in his resistance to fighting for the king. In 2013, Miyazaki said the film was his favorite creation, explaining, "I wanted to convey the message that life is worth living, and I don't think that's changed." Number 5. Ghost in the Shell Arise. Ghost in the Shell is not only one of the most famous and influential anime movies ever made, but it is perhaps the most known cyberpunk anime movie. The original 1995 film was an enigmatic, thrilling and visually stunning sci-fi film with a groundbreaking mix of CGI and traditional animation that explored themes of gender identity and consciousness. It's no wonder that the Wachowskis wanted to make something similar to Ghost in the Shell when working on The Matrix. Released by the same production company as the original film, Ghost Pain is a reimagining of the franchise featuring new character designs and set before the original manga and feature film. Newcomers will find an accessible entry into the franchise with compelling tales of suspense, blending stunning mecha action, intrigue, and a terrifying dystopian future that stand on their own. Number 4. Castle in the Sky. Castle in the Sky is a fantasy adventure film. It's also the cinematic debut of the now world-renowned Studio Ghibli. A teenage girl named Shida is abducted by the government and chased by air pirates. Both of them are after her crystal necklace, which is believed to hold the key to Laputa, an ancient floating city with glorious treasures and advanced technology. While trying to escape, Shida falls off an airship and gets found by Pazu, a teenage boy, who joins her in the race of finding and protecting Laputa. Castle in the Sky is one of Miyazaki's best films, and like most Studio Ghibli's films, it has countless meanings hiding behind every detail, alongside with anti-war and environmental messages. Number 3. Princess Mononoke. While protecting his village from rampaging boar god demon, a confident young warrior, Ashitaka, is stricken by a deadly curse. To save his life, he must journey to the forests of the west. Once there, he's embroiled in a fierce campaign that humans were waging on the forest. The ambitious Lady Abashi and her loyal clan use their guns against the gods of the forest and a brave young woman, Princess Mononoke, who was raised by wolf god. Ashitaka sees the good in both sides and tries to stem the flood of blood. This is met by animosity by both sides, as they each see him as supporting the enemy. This film is a masterwork of animated storytelling from Hayao Miyazaki, charting an epic battle of humans versus gods in old Japan. It's filled with adventure and beauty. Number 2. Spirited Away. Master animation director Hayao Miyazaki follows up on his record-breaking opus Princess Mononoke with this surreal Alice in Wonderland-like tale about a lost little girl. The film opens with 10-year-old Chihiro riding along during a family outing as her father races through remote country roads. When they come upon a blocked tunnel, her parents decide to have a look around, even though Chihiro finds the place very creepy. When they pass through the tunnel, they discover an abandoned amusement park. As Chihiro's bad vibes continue, her parents discover an empty eatery that smells of fresh food. After her mother and father help themselves to some tasty purloined morsels, they turn into giant pigs. Chihiro understandably freaks out and flees. She learns that this very weird place, where all sorts of bizarre gods and monsters reside, is a holiday resort for the supernatural after their exhausting tour of duty in the human world. Soon after befriending a boy named Haku, Chihiro learns the rules of the land. 1. She must work, as laziness of any kind is not tolerated, and 2. She must take on the new moniker of senator. If she forgets her real name, Haku tells her, then she will never be permitted to leave. Number 1. Akira. Akira is a film adapted from the manga series of the same name by Katsuhiro Otomo. The film was a huge success, even outside its native Japan, and is often heralded as one of the all-time greatest anime ever produced. In Neo Tokyo of 2019, post-World War III, old friends Kaneda and Tetsuo are members of a violent motorcycle gang. During a fight with a rival gang, a strange small boy with a wrinkled face enters the fray. Tetsuo is hospitalized, where a colonel and a doctor discover that Tetsuo has remarkable powers, recalling a mysterious entity known as Akira that has lain dormant for 30 years. As the main characters navigate a complex plot filled with powerful beings, military, activists, and scientists, Tetsuo's powers grow stronger. Everything builds to an explosive, nightmarish showdown in which the future of the world hangs.